Hi, everybody, and welcome to our first conversation of the new year about artificial intelligence. I'm Dan Loney. Great to be joined once again by Stefano Puntoni, marketing professor here at the Wharton School and also co-director of the Wharton AI Human Research Program. Stefano, great to talk to you again. How are you, sir?
I'm great, and Happy New Year to everybody.
All right. So as the calendar turns to 2026, and certainly 2025 had a lot of conversation around artificial intelligence. What is it that really has your interest piqued as maybe some things to look out for as we go into the new year?
I was thinking about what would be exciting to think about for 2026. These are, there's lots of stuff going on, many trends, many things to watch out for. But maybe I'll share quickly a list of 6 things that I think is exciting to look forward to in 2026 and that are going to shape a lot of processes and conversations around AI. So let me go through quickly that list. I think the first one will be really on the engineering side. We're going to see an increasing specialization of models. We're going to have faster models, more specialized models. If you take, for example, ChatGPT, already today is not one model, but it's more like a switchboard that directs you to the model that is best suited to answering a particular query that a user has. And we're going to see that kind of specialization and flexibility trade-off between, thinking, reasoning models, so test time compute emphasis versus speed and then quick and cheaper models. And so for companies going to deploy language models across lots of different functions to do lots of different jobs, the procurement process is going to shift a little bit away from which vendor is the best towards more this idea of optimizing a portfolio of models. I think that's one trend. The second trend would be towards agentic systems. And so we've been talking about AI agents for a year now already. So it's not a new thing. But here I emphasize the word system. So what we might see more and more is where AI agents are not going to be just one agent performing a multi-step operation. What you're going to have a set of models which are going to be working in concert to produce this work output across a set of steps. And you're going to have models doing the work, and then you're going to have other models checking the quality of the work done by the first model. So you'll have more of a system like in agentic AI. That's the second. The third one is something more for consumer markets, where we're going to see this everyday AI trend continuing. We're going to see more on-device AI, so devices like consumer electronics, such as say smartphones, that are going to be optimized for AI models. So, for example, just announced by Samsung, the news is that they are planning to ship about 800 million devices in 2026 that are AI first. So this on-device trend and everyday AI is one. Then to me, it's interesting from the AI labs and the platforms point of view, how are they going to monetize the free products? And we talked shortly about this in a previous segment. But basically, these AI companies say OpenAI are offering this free product, which is serving hundreds of millions of customers, and they are not, paying anything for it. And so right now it's a massive cash burn that will end. And so somehow these companies will need to find a way to make money out of the free product. And that basically means advertising. So we're going to see increasing efforts to monetize the free offerings. The fifth and sixth trends are more macro. The fifth is regulation. On January 1st, in California and Texas, new laws on AI came into force, and we can expect more state level and maybe government level across the world actions around AI. Some of those conversations are going to be shaped also by geopolitical forces and competition. And finally, of course, the one everybody talks about, it's about investments and valuations and, share prices. Are we in a bubble? Are we not in a bubble? And what kind of bubble is it? We recently wrote a short article in Knowledge of Wharton discussing this issue, and everybody's excited to see what is going to happen in 2026. This is a very short overview of a few things I think are interesting to watch out for.
So let me ask you this then, from your perspective as a professor, and even to a degree, the Wharton School as well, which I guess for the purposes of this discussion, we could call the Wharton School a business. How is the Wharton School and your work being impacted by AI, and how do you expect it to continue to develop in 2026 because of AI?
Oh, this academic year, I think it's a very important academic year for the Wharton School when it comes to AI, because in September we launched our AI major and AI concentration for the MBA and undergraduate programs, respectively, being the first peer school to try that. So we are in the middle of that experiment, and we are seeing how this is panning out. I'm actually very excited about my course. I'm starting to teach in about 2 weeks. My course is called AI in Our Lives. And it's a quarter length course for MBAs and undergraduates. And I can tell you this year, I'm adding 3 new sessions, 3 new topics to the course. The first one is a session on creativity and ideation using language models. The second one is a session on skills and also de-skilling. What kind of skills do we need to develop to be effective working with AI, but also what kind of skills we should be careful about not losing when we work with AI. And the third one is about AI agents and basically delegation of work and integration of AI in workflows. These are basically the 3 topics I'm adding, and I'm excited to meet lots of bright students this quarter.
Yeah, what is the students' reaction when you're doing classes like this? And they obviously understand the importance of AI and what it means for not only their education but for the businesses that they work with, especially the MBA students.
There's a huge thirst for insight into AI. All the students recognize that AI is going to be something that's going to shape workplace to a very significant extent, and also they realize that if they can be um, competent and insightful in the way that they understand how AI can impact business practices, they will have an edge in the job market. And so, because all companies are excited to hire talent like that, so I think that's where we see, and I'm curious to see what kind of interest the major is going to get. We don't know basically how many students are going to take the major. We'll see when they accumulate credits and they try to credential in that. But
Right.
uh, judging from enrollment in my course, there's certainly quite a lot of interest in the topic.
Stefano, always great to talk with you. And again, we look forward to chatting with you every month talking about AI this year. Thanks to all the best.
Thanks, Dan. Great to
You
be
got
with
it.
you. Thank you.
Stefano Puntoni, marketing professor here at the Wharton School and co director of Wharton AI Human Research Program.